The following is an Ellwood City Sports production.
Two to the right. Quick pass out there to Dom Hogue. He gets up to the 50-yard line. He's got blockers down. He goes, makes a man miss. He's got the first down. Does a little wiggle all the way. He's still on his feet. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown! Hand off to Partridge. Tucks it in the left hand. He's up the left side, and he's going to go all the way. At the 10, the 5, touchdown! 4th and 15. It's all down to this. Back to pass. Giving chase. Throws it out there, and he's hit. He's short of the line again. He's short of the line again.
Free kick. Nice header by Keystone Oaks. But taken there by Huth.
Shot on net.
And it's a goal!
Puts it up, and down it goes. That's the game! Playoff win for the Wolverines. Inbound to Caleb Serving. Yes! It's gone! Shoots it! It's over! The boy is over! The Wolverines win!
Left side field, chasing his left fielder. It's going to go all the way out of the ballpark. A home run. Contact there, deep, sending back the center fielder up to the fence line. A base hit there for Luke Raleigh. She will turn and go to third on the triple. Good evening, Ellwood City sports fans. Welcome into Sanders Field here at Ewing Park Sports Complex, Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as we bring you WPIL High School Baseball. It's your Ellwood City Wolverines taking on the Sto-Rox Vikings. Brad Windhorst here for Ellwood City Sports. Keith Keller will join us here shortly as we have Justin Chaser as well as Chris Biondi in the press box as we bring you live coverage. It's senior night for Ellwood Baseball. Big night here for both these teams back into section play. Weather looking pretty good as we're about ready to get things underway for senior festivities.
Everybody looks good. Welcome to Ellwood City Baseball Senior Night 2026. First off, we have Anthony Barbario, escorted by Matt and Chrissy Barbario.
So starting us off will be Anthony Barbario. Anthony Barbario is being escorted by Matt and Chrissy Barbario. He is playing outfield. He's been playing for 4 years, and his future plans are to attend Robert Morris University to study finance. Next up is Jacob Biscoe. He's being escorted by John and Stephanie Biscoe. He plays primarily left field and the outfield positions. He's been playing for 4 years. His future plans are to attend a 2-year college at CCAC, as well as playing baseball.
Next up
is Jordan Boker. Boker is being escorted by George and Luann Boker.
Jordan plays outfield.
As the previous two, he plays in the outfield position. He's been playing for 4 years. His future plans are to join the workforce and also have a strong ambition to get involved in local politics, as we have coined the mayor. Next up is Dom Hogue. Dom Hogue is being escorted by Doug Hogue and Kayla Chappell. Once again, an outfielder for the Wolverines. Been playing for 2 years, his freshman and senior year. And his future plans are to attend Clarion University to study marketing and play football.
Next up, we have Jordan
Next
Keller.
up is Jordan Keller.
Escorted by Keith
Jordan is
and
being
Lindsey
escorted
Keller.
by Keith and Lindsey
Jordan
Keller.
is a catcher and has been a
Jordan
part
has
of the
played
program
catcher
for 4 years.
position for the Wolverines for 4
Future
years
plans
at the
are to
varsity
attend
level.
Fairmont State
His future
University
plans are to
study
attend
finance and play
Fairmont
baseball.
State University to study finance and play baseball.
Next up
Next
Nate
is
Kennedy.
Nate Kennedy.
Escorted by
Nate
Tim
is being escorted by Tim and
Kennedy.
Kim Kennedy.
His position is pitcher,
Primarily
shortstop,
plays
and has been a
pitcher
member
and
of the
shortstop
baseball
and has
team
played
for
4
years.
years on the varsity level.
Future plans
His
is
future plans are to attend college to study business and administration.
Next up, Aaron Lake.
Next is Aaron Lake. Aaron Lake is being escorted by Jennifer and Brian Lake. Primary positions are shortstop and pitcher for the past 4 years at the varsity level. His future plans are to attend the University of Pittsburgh to study cybersecurity and play baseball.
Next up, Carlo.
Next is
Nardone.
Carlo Nardone.
Escorted by
Carlo's being
Kelly
escorted by
Joe
Kelly and
Nardone.
Joe Nardone.
Carlo's position is
His primary
first base.
position
He's
is
been a
first
part of the
base.
program for 4
Been playing
years.
for 4 years for the Wolverines.
Future plans
And his
is
future
to attend
plans are to
Slippery
attend
Rock
Slippery Rock University to study finance.
Next up, Craig Patterson.
Up next is Craig
Escorted by
Patterson.
BJ and
Craig
Jessica
is being
Patterson.
escorted by BJ and Jessica
Craig's
Patterson.
position is
Primary
outfield,
position is
and he's been
outfield
a
for
part of
1
the
year,
program
this
for 1
senior
year.
year. And his future plans are to attend a 4-year school for finance.
Next up,
And finally,
Jackson
Jackson
Rosinski.
Rosinski.
Escorted by
Jackson is
Gary
being escorted by Gary and Tammy Rosinski. His primary
Jackson's
positions are
position is
third
first
and
third
first base.
and has been a part of the program for
He's
4
been part of the
years.
program for 4
His
years.
future plans
And his
is
future plans are to attend Westminster College to study business and play golf. Once again, the 10 seniors for the Ellwood City Wolverines.
We'd also like to announce the 5 seniors for Sto-Rox. We
Sto-Rox
have
has
Devontae Fields,
5 seniors as
Marquise
well. Devontae
Thomas,
Fields, Marquise
Damian
Thomas,
Encarnacion,
Damian Encarnacion,
Roman Bedini, and
Roman
Eric
Bedini.
Richardson.
and Eric Richardson. So those are your total 15 seniors between the two teams here on senior night for Ellwood City. So there you go, folks, as we get ready to get things rolling here in terms of the baseball game. While we have this time, let's talk about standings. It's about the third part of the season. We're 1/3 of the way through, and Beaver Falls Tigers are sitting at the top with a 3-0 record. They defeated Sto-Rox in both of their games. I believe both were 15-0 games, 1 in 4 innings and 1 in the full 7. But 2 15-0 games, and Beaver Falls sitting there undefeated 3-0. Mohawk Warriors not far behind. They're 4-0 as well. They destroyed Laurel Spartans over the weekend in a mercy rule with their 1 win against Quaker Valley. Now, a little side note there is that game is being finished and finalized. It was a 10-10 game going into the 8th inning the night that the Storms rolled through last week, and unfortunately they couldn't get it in the rest of the week because of all the rain and everything, so they will be picking that one back up. A 10-10 8th inning game, and that's a big one because that could determine section implications, shall we say, for playoffs. Wolverines coming with a 5-1 record with a 1-1 split there with Riverside. Brand new week. We move past 11-0 victory and then followed up with a 1-0 loss there. We move on to a new week with Sto-Rox. Riverside sitting there at 2-4. Quaker Valley sitting at 1-2 with that 10-10 game with Mohawk, and then Sto-Rox Vikings coming into play 0-4, 0-2 in the section play with the 2 losses to Beaver Falls. Again, the top 4 teams make it, and without jumping into things, we kind of understand and know where those 4 teams primarily will come from: Mohawk, Ellwood, Riverside, and Quaker Valley. But Beaver Falls starting off early, looking strong, albeit a little bit of an easier start to their schedule. But again, take the top 4 teams unless there's a tie somewhere. Hopefully this season we don't get the crazy section breakers that they had in the 1 section last year. They had 5 teams going for first place with an 8-4 section record. 5 teams. That's, as a mathematician, that doesn't happen very often, let alone once. So there is that. A little bit of a spotlight once again. This is game number 1,523 in Ellwood baseball, sitting there at the 888 mark, give or take a few as we tried to go through some statistics in newspapers from the past. But Ellwood has been playing baseball since 1945, so this is officially season basically number 81, and they're starting us off with a pretty good one. How about the past 2 years? Ellwood last year 15-6, and right now sitting there with a 5-1 record. So 20-7 through 27 games, looking pretty good. And there's head coach Chris Wise sitting there with his 6th season at Ellwood, a 54-51 record. As the nice little gesture here from the parents of the seniors. Pretty neat to see this across the board there, all 10 seniors. A little ceremonial first pitch there. Good stuff there. And gotta like the neat little gestures. It's just a neat little tradition that they start there. And again, senior night bumped up a little bit because we all know what this team can do and what the possibilities are. We know playoffs. Don't want to look too far ahead, but we know playoffs are the on the insight, and that's why they kind of want to bump this up because they got some big games coming forward. So there is that. Let's talk a little bit about some Ellwood City stats so far in the season. 5-1 record. Numbers dropped just a tad bit against section play there, but some outstanding numbers right now that are going to keep this pace going. These numbers could easily break a bunch of records. There's Jordan Keller with an average of 625, OBP of 714. He's got 10 hits and 12 RBIs, and 5 of the 10 hits by Jordan Keller are extra base hits, with 3 of them being home runs. Aaron Lake adds 5 extra base hits as well, and a home run along with Mills. Walks-wise, Mills sitting there with 6, and hit by pitch still to this day. Jacob Biscup now 21 in his career. He has 2 this season. Total runs-wise, 42-5. They're averaging 7 runs per game compared to just .83 against, a .302 average, and an OBP of .437. That's going to win you a lot of games, especially in Whitfield baseball. Pitching-wise, Aaron Lake sitting there at 2-0 with an ERA of 0. Batting average, .075. Nate Kennedy's pitched 17 innings. Hits against right now the least is Cameron Mills with 2, but Aaron Lake and Nate Kennedy keeping it to the vest as well. Runs against 0, Aaron Lake. Walks, Matt Kelly with just 1 in that 1 inning. And strikes, how about this, folks? Nate Kennedy with 25 through 3 games. Aaron Lake with 24. And don't look past Cam Mills. He's got 18 in his 2 games. So a lot of strikeouts. I believe it was 64 or something like that as a team. Overall ERA of .58 and 144, OBP 282. So some really, really savvy numbers if you're an Ellwood City sports fan across the board there. Looking pretty good as we move into the second week of section play. So, folks, we'll take another time out here as we will let things get ready to go here. About a 4:28 start time right now. Looking to be ready to go for Ellwood versus Sto-Rox, section games 3 and 4 on the season. Stay with us, folks, here on Ellwood City Sports. All right, folks, welcome in to the broadcast booth here as we get things ready to go. We'll call it a press box. Leading us off for the Sto-Rox Vikings, that will be, I believe, number 12, and that is Justice now you're going to have me saying it. Jacome.
Justice Jacome. Yeah, Brad. Cam Mills starts it off with a strike right down the middle. An all-senior lineup today there, Brad, except for Mr. Mills.
Yep, that one's fouled off, so quick 0-2 count. Talking about all the players, 9 position players, 8 of them being seniors, and then you're going to have a DH with Dom Hogue DHing for Cam Mills. So a lot of seniors out there, pretty much in every position that you can think of for the Wolverines.
I'll go through those next pitch. Well, just a bit inside. Almost got him there. 1-2. Jackson Rosansky at third with Aaron Lake at short. Nate Kennedy at second with Carlo Nardone at first. And I'll finish the outfield here very shortly. Ball high. Left field, Anthony Barbario. Center, Jake Biskup. And in right field, Jordy Boker. Dom Hogue will be DHing for Cam Mills today. And, of course, Jordan Keller behind home plate. Catching his, 150th straight game for the Wolverines.
That one is high there. We'll officially say 58th game.
Yeah, we'll go 58th. Yeah, I exaggerated a little bit. I didn't get to the career stats quick enough.
Cam Mills on the mound here, a 1-0 record, a 1.05 ERA on the season with 13 strikeouts. A little bit of a jam here. The last time, swing and a miss, big one there for Cam Mills. We were talking about last time out, just a little bit walk heavy. 6 walks in that previous outing with 13 strikes. So Cam trying to zero in on the strike zone a little bit more today.
Yeah, we're going to see if his approach to the pitching today is going to be a little bit more bottom heavy, using his bottom half, doing a little bit more bending. That was before this round of 32 in the NCAA tournament. I mentioned that. Yeah, as you can see, you can see him standing a little bit straight up right off the bat here. This is a good game for him to get settled in and try to find his groove.
Cam getting some instructions there from the dugout already just to calm himself a little bit. Get in that rhythm.
You don't need to do much here. I think you just need to again, very upright in his pitching, Brad. You know,
Yep.
he's not really bending. If you can bend, you can definitely find the strike zone a lot easier. And you don't want to really overthrow. This is a game where you can really work on some things.
Yep. Batting there
Just like
is
that.
Marquise Thomas, number 2. So it is called a strike. You can actually hear Jordan Keller behind the plate even talking to Cam to kind of get him in rhythm as well.
And he walked him on 5 pitches there. That's not what we want to see there. Like you said, a lot of walk heavy last outing.
So far on the season, not too many errors defensively and pitching-wise for the Wolverines. You want to limit them either way, but so far it's been pretty good. That'll bring up, this will be, I believe, number 11. We're going to go with Jarrell Naff. We do have a roster, an official roster, just a couple numbers here and there that don't necessarily add up. But we'll try the best what we got. Pitch there outside, and Jarrell Naff is kind of stepping out a little bit to the left here.
Mm-hmm.
So swing and a miss there makes the count even 1-1. Again, we talked about the theme of the day. I think, Keith, today will be pitch to the bat.
Absolutely. You want to pitch to contact, get the infield working.
It's something that we've talked about every game is that pitch count, and that ball to strike ratio, and right now it's 9-5, not in the good zone. He did offer to make the count now even 2-2.
Naff really far off the plate here. As you can see, he's in the zone. He's in the batter's box. They're pretty outside of there. If I'm Keller, I go out and visit the mound after this at bat, just to calm him down a little bit. No pressure in this game. Not to speak lightly of Sto-Rox, but no pressure here.
Yep. Usually they say you play to your record, and 2 teams in 2 different directions right now in the season. As Mills will get the call there, a called third strike, so crazy way to think about it. 2 strikeouts on a walk. Those 2 stats, very interesting to start this first inning. That'll bring up number 7. That is Shannon Hall playing that second base position.
MJ Thomas with a lead off at first there, pretty significant. A little cautious, but first base coach down there trying to tell him to get a little more. Nothing wrong with getting a good secondary after the pitch. But then again, Keller already has. Here he's going.
Swing and miss, throw down.
Not in time.
Not in time, and unfortunately nobody truly covering it. So
Lake was late getting to the bag. The throw was tailing to right field, and
just a combination of a little bit of everything.
mm-hmm.
We did watch warm-ups here, and we mentioned it that the wind is kind of keeping things in the ballpark today.
Yeah, blown in from the left field flagpole here.
Oh, 2 pitch call to strike, three.
Good bounce back.
Yeah, so an inning that had a walk, but then 3 strikeouts. Doing it a little bit of interesting way for Mills. Either way, keep the board 0s. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Wolverines up next at the plate. folks. Welcome back here to Sanders Field. Bottom of the first. It's a senior night lineup here for the Wolverines. So starting us off will be number 25, Jacob Biskup, center field tonight.
Yeah, Biskup hitting 125 in the leadoff spot with 2 walks and 2 hit by pitches.
Keeping that OBP up there. On the mound, we're going to assume we have a double, again, a number discrepancy between 11 and 34. We're going to assume it's Jarrell Naff on the mound for the Vikings.
Wolverine hitter's going to have to be a little patient today, find something that they can hit in the strike zone and actually go for it. I mean, what we don't want to see is just a walk fest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to try to work on some things, anything outside, try to slap at the right. You know, you're not trying to do too much. Wind blowing now right to left here.
One drops in, but a little bit high yet, so that's still a 3-0 count in favor of Biskup.
You know, this kind of game here and this kind of approach by Biskup can really maybe boost his confidence. He's seeing pitches. He's being patient. Exactly what a leadoff hitter needs to do. Oh, he was thinking about pulling the trigger there. Little errant throw there by the catcher back to the mound.
That one kind of trailed off inside, so I'm kind of
glad. Then an errant throw from the second baseman back to the mound. I'll tell you what, Brad, when I was coaching Little League, that was my biggest pet peeve. If that catcher was not throwing the ball back to the pitcher, I sat behind the over there at Friedoff. I would sit at the backstop, and I would just chew the ear off of whoever was catching for my team.
I'd almost want you, if you needed to, take a step off to the side and throw it back to him if you needed to. Just get it there. Don't make the pitcher have to reach for it. That one fouled off back here.
You have to see there, Jake having to wait just a little bit for that ball to get there. Caught a little underneath it and fouled it back. Now we're full.
Pitch down to the dirt, so that'll be a leadoff walk there for Biskup, keeping that OBP up.
That was a good battle there from Naff to come back from 3-0 down to get 2 strikes on Biskup there and just missed low in the zone.
And on the flip side, if you're a Wolverine fan, no swinging any pitch out of the zone.
No, we're not swinging at anything. Jordan Keller at the plate here, having himself quite a year so far. He's hitting .625 with 7 runs scored, 12 RBIs. 1 double, 1 triple, 3 home runs with an asterisk by another.
Yeah.
With a .714 OBP.
Tearing it off the cover.
You know, and then you know, in well-coached Riverside second game, you know, we've seen Keller and Mills both get intentionally walked in the first inning.
It's been a while since we've seen that, but yeah, an intentional walk there. Not the first time in the season. We saw that in a couple games prior, but
in the first inning.
The first inning. And strategy that, well,
it did work.
It did work, yep.
We're going to third, and we're probably going to go home on this one. Ball gets away from the center fielder. Skipper Chris Wise holding him up at third.
So that'll be a ball 1 pitch there, pass ball. And then, unfortunately, a fielding error throw there to second.
The wind blowing out slightly now, Brad. That wind's just changing direction all over the place today. I mean, eventually we're going to get a game where there's no wind and it's sunny. And we might be comfortable up in this press box.
Well, hopefully that one is potentially at Washington Wild Things. Smack right back up the middle. That'll be an RBI single there for Jordan Keller. He may look to roll to 2, and he's going to go and challenge it, and he does. So that'll be a single, and then, fortunately, a fielding error there in center field that kind of advanced there for Keller.
Aaron Lake coming to the plate. Hit himself a pretty ridiculous home run a couple games ago over the scoreboard to end it in the first game against Riverside. Aaron Lake hitting .412 on the year right now. So 500 OBP.
The one senior that's not necessarily in the lineup, well, that quickly got changed. Craig Patterson going to do the courtesy running here for Keller at second base. So
I mean, he's used to going post to post. We're going to see what happens here. I don't know, foul pole to foul pole. Does he have the speed? Does Craig Patterson have something up his sleeve? He only has one compression sleeve on. It's a little chilly for that. Aaron, big hack there.
And if you're a Craig Patterson fan, you're basically telling him 2 post, 2 right.
That's right.
Just go right.
No need to push off the right skate here.
I think he's a righty, so I guess that'd be glove side maybe.
That ball is going to be a wild pitch by Naff there, and Patterson will advance on the pass ball on the wild pitch.
So that'll even the count on Lake 1-1 here.
Lake with 2 home runs on the year so far. 2 monster home runs. Those weren't even cheapies.
No. That one was over the scoreboard, and then
They were both over the scoreboard,
Yeah.
and then the other one, Craig Patterson reading and he steals home. Craig Patterson with the bling out and the arm sleeve on gets himself a run scored. You know, Lake almost thought he had another one when it hit off the top of the fence a couple games ago.
that was about 3 feet from.
Then he hit another one on right field top of the fence.
And something we haven't said about a Wolverine team in a while. We actually have power in the lineup, and you want contact. Obviously, get a bunch of people on base, but when you can hit the long ball, why not?
And again, that goes to the strength and conditioning coach, Josh Wise, bulking these kids up.
I think he may be wearing sleeves today, though.
I think he has sleeves on today too. Don't give him the option because we all know what he like. You know, if there's a mirror, he's there.
Sun's out, but it's 38 degrees. No guns out today.
That's a good at bat by Lake. You know, he's antsy. He's seeing the ball. I mean, he's seen a little bit of different lineup with Keller hitting second and then Lake at third.
Yep.
But the 3, 4, 5 typically with Keller, Lake, and Mills, they're just seeing the ball like a beach ball right now. And
And I like it. Swing at a pitch that you think you could potentially get a hold of, and then you sit back and you just wait. Wait for that pitch. So that'll bring up number 5, Nate Kennedy, second baseman for the Wolverines. Just look there at first. Lake back there, safe.
Kennedy rocking the sweatshirt look with the hoodie and the baseball jersey. He wants to stay warm. There's nothing wrong with staying warm. For me, in sweatshirts and hoodies in baseball, it's just a good throw by the catcher. That was a pretty good throw there by Justice Jacome.
Ball, yep. So that'll be ball 1 there. I think the big thing for me is when you're in the dugout. When you're in that dugout, it gets freezing cold, especially if you're not moving. So that'd be the one time where you throw up that hoodie maybe.
Oh, no doubt. Nate getting put the charge into one in center field.
It's going to stay straight from the look of it. Yep, caught there by a center fielder, so that'll be the first out of the inning.
Damian Encarnacion with a nice catch in center field. Well done. Judged it well, got underneath it.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you what he didn't look like. O'Neal Cruz.
Or
Brian Reynolds.
Or Brian Reynolds.
I mean, you can pick your poison there. I think Brian Reynolds needs to be.
And yet, they are 6-3.
No, they're 6-4. They lost yesterday.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, 5-0.
So 6-4. Power rankings have them in the top 10. I'll leave that one alone. That'll bring up the Mayors. He has to duck out of way from all the politics there.
That's right. You know, and even in the senior introductions, he wants to get into local politics, and I don't blame him. The kid's got a lot of charisma.
Yeah.
He's for the people.
Yep. He's the face of Ellwood City.
Absolutely. Tony Court's got some competition here coming up in the next few years.
The sunglass look, though. I think we're having a little question. They're going to say foul tipped here.
They're calling it a foul tip. We thought that was a ball.
Yeah, that was definitely not foul tipped.
I thought that was thrown behind him.
It was, and Boker's bat was there, but he definitely dipped. So,
Mr. Rosansky on deck. Nice little crowd here in a chilly Tuesday afternoon game here for the Ellwood faithful.
With that different call there, that does put Lake back now at second.
Only one out for the Wolverines here.
Softball, unfortunately, was canceled today. They had a game at Beaver Falls, which is why Gary's here today.
A lot of games in the conference and in the section canceled or moved to Thursday by Lawrence County with the updates we've seen earlier today. Wolverines currently sitting in third, I believe, in this section.
Yeah. Yep.
Next up for the Wolverines, third baseman, number 23, Jackson Rosinski.
No, he just didn't get down on that one, on that ball to third. Ball's going to get by, and Boker takes second there. I don't think he was going to get a throw anyway. Second and third. No, that was an error on third base.
So 1-0 count here.
Jackson Rosinski headed to Westminster to do some golfing. Gonna golf in his free time up there. And by free time, I mean for the team.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what course they play up there, Mr. Biondi. I'm not quite sure.
Good question.
Some Amish farm or something. I don't know. Play something.
I know it's definitely not Green Meadows.
Coming up the stairs of the press box, junior varsity head coach Rocky Carcel has joined the booth, ladies and gentlemen, with a fresh cup of coffee, but not for me. Typically rocking the 1980s Newmans on the hands to keep them warm, but not up in the press box, folks. Jackson, anxious to hit there, took a cut at a high ball there.
Yep, just got to know yourself here. Get anything in the field of play, and 2 big runs here with 1 out. So that one goes low. Good stop there by the catcher.
Absolutely. Good block there by Jacome.
It's going to be a full count here, 3-2. 1 out, bases occupied, second and third. That doubleheader now for the Beaver Falls Ellwood softball game 2 weeks from now at Slippery Rock.
Good walk by Bubs there.
So
Dom
bases
Hogue.
loaded. Yep, for the DH. Oh,
Dom
your
Hogue.
first at-bat of the season,
Try
the
to-
lefty.
yeah. Going to break the schneid off the 2 for 9 if the base is loaded here. Dom Hogue is the guy to do it.
He is grinning from left to right ear.
And he's got a lot of speed, folks. So gap shot here. Got the little.
Look at the pink gloves going.
I thought he was twitching his bottom hand like Jay Bell.
Oh, didn't know if he was going to hack it
Yeah,
that one or not. Held back.
His first at bat this year, so we'll see. What he's going to be anxious, especially with the bases loaded.
If he can rope this down the first base line.
I'll tell you what. A couple practices ago, he was pounding the ball to right field, absolutely pounding the ball.
Again, he did play his freshman year. He had a couple.
Played his freshman year and was a fan favorite of first base coach Brad Welsh at the time. He's seen the potential, and here he is again. The calling brought him back to the diamond.
Inside, gets past the catcher, but no harm, no foul.
Nope.
Makes
Runners
it count 3-1 though.
pretty much staying still here. There's no reason to
make
any mistakes on the base path.
So 3-1 count, bases loaded, 1 out. See if the green light's on. Nope, inside for ball 4.
That's an RBI.
Yeah, we'll take it for Dom Hogue.
RBI for Dom Hogue in his first at bat.
First at bat, OPP, pretty good, darn good, and
Yeah, that's right.
that makes the score now 3-0 with still 1 out.
And to the plate, number 6, Carlo Nardone. So far, 0 for 2 on the year. A little bit of that platoon job at first base between him, Kelly, and some other kid. No, Jackson Rosinski, that's right.
Yeah. Again, we talked about the 2 positions that they try to fill out, and that's first and right field.
Mm-hmm. And we've seen Carlo's younger brother, Joey, out in right field in the game earlier this year.
And his first game and first at bat, and he had a base hit. So
Absolutely,
he's
good
batting
start.
500 on the season.
And as you've mentioned, will we ever not see a Nardone in a lineup in any sport in Ellwood?
Yep. Pitch count right now 20-31. Naff throwing 31 so far, and
I mean, Jarrell Naff doing a good job on the mound. He's trying his best, trying to find the locations here. You know, you got to give a lot of credit to this Sto-Rox team. They don't have a lot of kids that want to come out and play, but they have put together a team, and credit to their coaches for coming out here and trying to get them on the field.
and playing in 38-degree weather.
Correct, too. That's also not good either.
At least the sun is out.
And you can't really blame the Ellwood hitters for not swinging, honestly.
Yep. Kind of maybe widen the zone a little bit at the bat and at plate, but when throws are hitting the corners.
Yeah, this isn't, we're not in Little League right now, and they can't widen the zone too much here. You gotta hit the plate. You gotta play baseball. Little mound visit here from the Sto-Rox skipper.
That'll bring up the ninth hitter in the lineup. That's number 7, Anthony Barbario. Barb's. Tell you what, folks. You need to go back and watch Game Changer from last week against Riverside.
Absolutely.
What a catch did he make in that one? What was it?
Well, it wasn't even a catch. It was a throw from the wall.
No, the throw. Yeah, I mean, not a catch,
probably
but a play
one of the
off the bounce.
One of the few highlights of that game that we had.
Yeah.
One of the positives there. I mean, a lot of positives. I mean, Kennedy had a really good outing. I mean, you had Biondi hit a double. You had Matt Kelly hit a double. I mean, those are the bottom of the lineup guys, and, well, not so much Biondi, but Kelly down below hitting the ball pretty well that game. A lot of pieces, but they just couldn't figure out Santillo's curveball, and that's pretty much what hurt them there. They weren't patient enough to sit back, and Barbario wears one on an RBI.
And I like what you said there. They had the pieces to the puzzle, just unfortunately
they
didn't actually link together.
Correct. They just couldn't.
The
They just couldn't fill it in,
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. All the right pieces, just in the wrong order. So that hit by pitch on Barbs will put him at first and score the run. That's 5-0, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So, folks, we'll take a timeout. We're headed back to the top lineup for the Wolverines. Early going here, bottom first, 5-0. right, folks, welcome back here. Back to the top lineup. That'll be Biscup batting around here.
Biscup walked his first at bat. Nice patient at bat here. We'll see what happens here. Damian Encarnacion coming in the pitch from center field. He made that only out of the inning. Kennedy's fly ball to center. Well, we got ducks on the pond here, folks, and Jake Biscup here. Huge opportunity to go ahead and get a piece of one. Get a base hit. Just get it a little bit more. Wolverines at Sto-Rox tomorrow.
4:30 start time.
Three Rivers baseball down there. Played many a game down there in the travel circuit.
Beautiful field. Definitely short.
It is very short.
On the first and third base pull lines. Justin Shazer hitting his first home run there. Back in 10th grade, I believe he said.
Dom Hogue taken home, but that was a walk there, so Dom Hogue was really excited to sprint home on that walk. Just a little antsy there.
So that'll plate the run now 6-0 in favor of the Wolverines with one out here.
Jordan Keller coming up to the plate, having a quick chat with Chris Wise. Dom Hogue's the DH for Cam Mills today.
It just makes you wonder if he says, you got the green light, this is all on you. If you see one that's low enough, smack it.
Oh, I wouldn't be
Just
surprised.
go.
I think they're going to start opening up the how much do you want to swing.
I guarantee if that was a little bit closer. Yeah. Early 1-0 count here. Again, batted around here.
And it's tough. It's tough for the Wolverine hitters. A lot of them are very disciplined.
Yeah.
They're not going to swing at stuff they don't think is very hittable. And it reminds me of a Little League game where, where you got to really start reaching, and then the strike zone gets convoluted, and then you don't know what you're swinging at. Then you got kids just hacking away. Jordan Keller almost wears a pitch there. 3-0 count. I'm going to go ahead and say he's got the green light here,
Yep.
Brad. Wind dead.
Anything from the plate inward.
Anything in the vicinity. Ball 4. RBI for Keller. Keller, 2 RBIs. 1 hit, 2 RBIs. Just a bit outside, as the late, great Bob Uecker would say.
Yep, so courtesy runner there at first will be Craig Patterson.
Craig Patterson always making sure he looks good, feels good, plays good. Craig Patterson's going to go ahead and put the oven mitt on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because he's used to being a goalie. It's like a blocker, the glove side. You know what I mean? He's going to have something on that hand.
Yep.
It's either that or he's pulling wings out of the fryer or Big Shot Bob's, one of the two.
So that'll bring up Aaron Lake here. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Oh, and he got underneath it a bit.
Got lucky because it goes right past us.
That one was chest high, and if he turns on that earlier, that would have been on the Artemis mission to the moon.
To the moon.
Barbario on third, Biscup on second, Patterson on first, and the one guy you do want at the plate at this situation, Aaron Lake. Oh, Jesus, another headshot to the umpire who wears no helmet.
Yeah. Man.
That was the same umpire had the same issue the last time he took one off the head. Man, oh man. I think I caught at least the top of the masker. He looks okay. CB Buckner just took one off the goalie mask and he almost passed out. It didn't help him not calling balls and strikes or getting challenged every other pitch, but
little viewer note here. We do appreciate the fans tuning in. Little shout out to Dan Bartolomeo asking 27 versus 4. Yep. Sorry, folks. Unfortunately, in Game Changer, Jordan Keller's number listed 27 is 4 today. The pinstripes gives you, unfortunately, different numbers. So we do apologize. Pinstripes, Jordan Keller wears 4. Everything else is 27.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little side note.
I
I'm
think-
glad we didn't bring out
Correct.
the purple.
Did you want to mention
Oompa Loompas.
I know we were talking prior to the broadcast, the passing of Mr. Bowser.
Yeah, the Power Bowser. Unfortunately, Mr. Bowser there passed away. That was, that makes you think of every Whipple and state game that's being called now on live streams. You would always hear that commercial come in.
Yeah.
And the Power Bowser. Unfortunately, he passed away.
Prayers to his family and your time of loss, and definitely appreciate the memories that brings.
One of those staple
Popped it up.
people.
That's an infield fly. The batters can go on their own. They could advance on their own. And Biscup getting a little antsy there. I mean, Barbario could have gone, but the skipper there up 7-0, not trying to pour salt into the wounds there early on. And by early on, I mean a very long bottom of the first.
Next up for Wolverine, second baseman, number 5, Nate Kennedy.
So that'll be the second out of the inning. 7-0 lead here for the Wolverines. That'll bring up Nate Kennedy.
Nate Kennedy flew out his first at bat to the same guy that's pitching to him, but he was in center field. Yeah, it's tough to take the baseball out of a player, you know, when you're in this type of situation. They're still reacting the same. They're still trying to swing the same. And that's good discipline. You don't want to veer from that too much. Then you start getting sloppy, and those bad habits can rear their head when it really matters.
Two-0 count here.
That's a nice base hit by Nate. That's gonna get past the left fielder, and Biskup's gonna score. Here comes Patterson, not even paying attention. Patterson round it wide turn at third, and another big smile by Craig Patterson. Kennedy with a double to clear the bases and really open it up today. Probably a single with a pass ball there to the left fielder there. We're not going to give that a double. We can't be too generous up here in the home field scoring booth. I always wondered about that, Brad. You know, like how much does an official score make in the MLB?
It's got to be a lot.
Wolverines right fielder.
For how many things happen, fluke plays, Reynolds and Cruz dropping things, this, that.
They're always giving hits for that, though. You know, as long as it's not touching the glove, and they're not calling.
And I'm okay with that too. If it's something where they don't physically touch it, but
Mayer back up at the plate.
Yeah, so that one called a strike there. So Jordan Boker at the plate, 10-0 lead here for the Wolverines.
How was your Easter, Brad?
I can't complain. It was pretty good. Weather, not so much, but start off strong. It was 70 degrees on, what was that, Friday or something?
It was beautiful on Saturday.
Yeah.
Like a 70, 80 degree day, and then it just got real crappy.
Cold. Yeah.
Boker down in the count 0-2. Going to have to protect here. Takes it to right field, and that's going to be foul. And there's a car, and yes, it got a car.
Definitely got a car.
Oh,
yeah.
Boy.
Second white car down the line.
0-2 count here. Pass.
Kennedy
Catcher.
goes to third on the pass ball. Care to go over the run rules for the viewers at home, Brad, of what the mercy rules are?
Oh, yeah. We could talk about that here. 3 innings, you have to be up by 15. And right now, with the 10-run rule in effect, that is 5 innings.
And you got to play at least 3.
Yep,
so
got to play 3.
We will have more at-bats and more fun here.
So that 0-2 count now is 2-2 on Boker. Just looking for a big gap right up the middle, maybe.
Outside there.
So far, Ellwood has been walked 7 times in the inning.
Boker walks. That's the 8th walk given up by Sto-Rox pitchers today. Bringing up Jackson Rosansky, whose last at bat he walked.
Yeah, fell, I believe it was a 2-2 count on him, and he worked it back for a walk. So we're now down to the 6th hitter in the lineup. Again, this is the second time through. First pitch up high.
Boker going to second. Defensive indifference, no throw. You know, and then you can hear the Sto-Rox coaches trying to get the, trying to do some coaching during the game here, and that one should have been a strike. That one looked good to me. I thought that was right in the zone. That was a good pitch by Encarnacion there to get it over the plate. His mechanic's starting to improve as the longer he goes, So, I mean, he's battling and he's doing a pretty good job out there. And that's not easy, as we've seen like some of the Ellwood pitchers coming in certain situations, and the base is loaded, and then you're down 5-0. It's a mental drain.
3-0 count.
4 straight balls by Encarnacion will put Rosansky on, bringing up Dom Hogue again.
Base is loaded, 2 outs. Dom Hogue.
I'm
going to call him the Pink Flamingo.
That's right. They've been flocking. The boosters very busy raising money. You'll see those flamingos out there in the community with the baseball team flocking everybody. I opted for a simple donation to stop flamingos from being in my yard. I think the Ellwood hitters got to – I know it's going to be hard, but they got to try to open up the strike zone on their own and try to take some cuts here and put some balls in play and move this game along a little bit. There's Dom Hogue, and that's going to be to the second baseman. Oh, he got it off the bobble. That'll be a fielder's choice. Rosansky out at second, and that's going to end the inning.
Yeah, nice play there from Shannon Hall.
Yeah, great play.
Thomas to get him out of the inning.
That's right.
So that'll close the book in the first inning. We'll head to the second. Wolverines up 10-0 here in the early going. right, folks, welcome back here. Top of the second inning. 10-0 lead for the Wolverines. Cam Mills back out there. Take on number 13. That is
Encarnacion.
Yep.
I'll say it so you don't butcher it,
I
Brad.
appreciate it.
No problem.
That is the one name
That was a strike swinging.
the Cincinnati Reds player, just could never say it. Just could never say it.
Yeah, much more efficient start here from Mills. Yeah, he's not trying to throw as hard as head coach Rocky Carcel of the JV squad has mentioned, which is good. So that's an efficient at bat right there from Mills. And this is the kind of game where you want to maybe work on your mechanics a little bit if you are Mills. Still stand a little bit tall, maybe extend that landing zone to force yourself to bend a little bit more and use your lower half.
And this is us being critical because we know, you know who your first two are. That's Aaron Lake and Nate Kennedy, and that puts Cam. He's your third guy, and you're going to need him. We talked about come playoffs.
Yeah, you're going to need him in situations where he's going to have to be able to work that fastball, curveball, changeup that he has. And get that tunneling the same way, you know. When John Boy does those overlays, you're seeing that pitch is the same way, 55 feet away, and then all of a sudden the last 4 feet, you're done. Yeah, much more efficient here. We got 5 straight strikes thrown here by Mills.
Matthew Harsh at the plate here. Swing and a miss there for strikeout.
Now, I don't want to
again.
say anything here, but we're on the verge of an immaculate inning here.
We are.
We have 6. I may have just jinxed it, but we are 6 strikes in. We are 3 away from an immaculate inning. When's the last time that's happened in a besides when Herr was throwing perfect games in the playoffs.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Here, I mean.
5 strikeouts for Mills.
That's strike 8.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. 1 pitch away from a perfect inning. An immaculate inning. And he blew it.
Oh,
That's not on me. What are you throwing a curveball there for? I don't understand it. I just don't get it. You threw 8 straight fastballs. And then you try to snap off a 12-6 there. And then he hit him.
yeah. Foul ball off the
Foul ball, never mind.
the knob of the bat. Man.
Just a little confused by that curveball call in the 0-2 count there. Is Coach Bobby here?
One, 2 count.
Oh, there's a strike, and that should have been on pitch 9, but we'll have a discussion at home about that at dinner.
All right, folks, we'll take a timeout here. Bottom of the second coming up for the Wolverines, 10-0 lead here against Sto-Rox. right, folks, welcome back here. Bottom second inning. Wolverines up by 10, looking to add to it here. And that'll be number 6 and at the plate, Carlo Nardone for the Wolverines. Oh, first pitch there, a little bit high. I would have been hacking away on that one.
It looked like a strike, too. At least maybe that little foul ball off his face mask. Maybe should adjust the batting thing. I'll tell you what, a lot of these seniors I've watched grow up, obviously, and had the privilege to coach a lot of them in Little League. And one of my fondest memories is Jordan and Carlo going back-to-back against Seneca Valley in the Little League tournament over there. And then Jordan and Carlo again just pounding the ball in the championship game against Riverside. There was just some pretty good times, and that team was put together. That was before the Aaron Lake era here, before the move from Beaver Falls.
Called strike there, and some great memories here at the Ewing Park Sports Complex, with it being senior night and you being a senior dad here. It's got to feel a little surreal.
Oh, yeah, it is surreal. It's the boosters did a fantastic job. The ladies really put something nice together, got us a picture of us and the boy, all the dads.
The ceremonial first pitch and everything.
Yeah, it was a great pitch. Matt Barbario really diced one in there, bounced it to his son. I almost threw it at Jordan's ankles. It's the first time I threw a baseball in I don't know how many years. Well, Nardone works the walk there to start off the bottom of the second.
That'll bring up number 7, Anthony Barbario. Looking up on the numbers on Barbs, he's got a pretty good, I want to say career average.
Yeah, he's hitting 200, one for five this year.
Yeah, and his career, 357, 5 for 14 in Barb's career. So definitely can do something with the stick at the plate. If he gets an opportunity here, we're kind of hoping for a couple more pitches in the zone.
Oh, Barbario really wanting that pitch there, and Nardone's safe on the steal. And something I just noticed is Mr. Justice Jacome, lefty catcher. You don't see that very often.
Can make things interesting, that throw down the third every once in a while.
Pitch low and away. Ball gets away.
Again, schedule a little bit different this week and everything going on. We know there's tennis being played, some matchup games being, or makeup games being set up there for tennis. Then you got track and field, a big one there on Thursday. It's like a quad meet there. I think there's 4 teams involved.
Yeah, I love the big meets there. The invitationals and track are always exciting to watch, and you got a lot of good senior runners on that team too. You got Jackson Kerr and Andy Lynn running the 8, and Jackson Kerr running the 4. Drake Davis with an excellent thrower, the shot put and the discus there. So, and Anthony Barbario goes down looking. Encarnacion gets the ring up, and Anthony just walking away like he doesn't know what just happened.
And the track and field is going to have to quickly bounce back. They had a tough one. The schedule does them no good. They get Mohawk first, and unfortunately, both boys and girls did lose. So that kind of sets the tone for Mohawk. They won the section back, well, now 2 in a row.
Nice piece of hitting to Biscup. Gets off the Nardone's going to get waved home. Biskup's going to second on the ground ball. The line drive base hit the left field, and Biscup first hit in a while there, and that's an excellent piece of hitting by Biscup. Good for him. Nice hit.
Yeah, and it's all about confidence, and that will definitely help him going into next week. I don't want to look too far ahead because we still got 2 more games, but it does help.
This game here reminds me of a fond memory with Mr. John Biscup. We were playing Bradmar Pine over down in Coriopolis, and we did not want to be there. So the windmills were going, let's just say that. It was probably 18-0 after the first inning. And probably not one of our prouder coaching moments, but we had things to do. And it wasn't be there.
So that'll make the score 11-0 here. Bottom of the second. Runner at second. And that brings up Jordan Keller. Pitch up high for ball 1.
Keller 1 for 1 on the day with a walk and an RBI base hit. Also an RBI walk. And he walked with the bases loaded there.
Ellwood and Sto-Rox will play their second game of the series tomorrow at Sto-Rox, 4:30. Biscup will take third there.
Biscup takes third. That's a tough throw for a lefty catcher there, trying to pop down there. Throwing to third. Keller 2-0, I'm assuming green light all the way, every pitch, no matter what the count here, so we'll see what happens. And
to finish out the week, Ellwood baseball will be playing Friday. We're going to try and talk to Peters Township, a nice one there. They're going to be traveling to Peters Township, 7 o'clock, under the lights, turf field, exciting. Press box and everything. We're going to try and shoot for that one to stream on Friday.
JV baseball, 4:30 Friday.
Yeah.
And Saturday.
Middle school and JV on Saturday, yeah.
Keller takes another walk there on a very questionable ball call. Look pretty good, but then again, like we said, it's tough to pull the trigger when you don't want to. And looks maybe Craig Patterson coming out for a courtesy run maybe this time, or are they going to let him? Are they going to let him run? Mound visit.
Looks like they're going to let him run, unless Wise calls for it now.
Let him run. Coach Brad Welsh coming down. Coffee, equipment, all in one hand. He passes his already finished cup of coffee. Slammed that.
I think Patterson is going to come out here.
That's a risky move by Coach Welsh there, by the steaming hot cup of coffee. A lot of emphasis on hitting the ball the other way. That's a dangerous. I don't know how nimble he is in his old age, but you don't want that coffee.
It's a good thing he doesn't know how to navigate YouTube. That's all I can say. He'd be meeting you in the parking lot.
That's okay. I'd say hi to him.
Oh. All right, so no courtesy runner. Keller's going to be running.
And he's absolutely going to run on the first pitch.
For sure.
No doubt about it. And there he goes. And he hits Aaron Lake. And that's not even going to be a steal. That's going to be a hit by pitch. Dead ball. Didn't even move. Nice-looking statue there. Reminiscent of the statue-like physique of Coach Chris Wise in the first windy game we had down the third base line. He was like, I'm not moving anywhere. This wind will not move me.
So then I'll bring up number 5, Nick Kennedy. Bases loaded here. We're throwing out the stats here. Not keeping track of bases loaded and the overs, but
yeah, we were we're still probably 2 for 9
because
we're 3 for 11 now because he had a base hit that turned into a double clearing double there because we walked on so many bases loaded. So
1-0 count. Stayed up high, makes the count 2-0 now.
Yep. Biscup on third, Keller on second, Lake on first. I mean, even though it's senior night, we still got a lot of baseball. It's tough to, look at a senior night as the end of anything, but like maybe a new beginning for a lot of these kids. And Kennedy with a tailing baseball, and that's going to be off the glove of the center fielder. And Keller's gonna go ahead and score standing up and. And that looks like that's going to be an error. That hit off the glove, that's going to be an error. Unfortunately for Kennedy. You get RBIs on an error? I don't think you do. Craig Patterson is hitting. Here we go. Shiesty on. Oven mitt in the back pocket. Arm sleeve on. Bare arm. And he is ready. Folks, the table has been set. Oh, he is going to take big hacks. JV Phenom. Craig Patterson, I believe it during the senior introductions, wasn't aware that he was going to Robert Morris as well. I think he said they was going to school somewhere for finance, but I'm pretty sure he's going to Robert Morris. I mentioned that one game.
And he knows Robert Morris pretty well. They're down with that ice rink and
Yeah,
everything.
the bubble down there. You can practice your golf game down there,
It's
too.
just something else down there. I've been down there for Slippery Rock University, had a hockey team that plays down there, and very neat sports complex.
I think Craig's hacking away. If I'm him, I'm swinging. I'm going to want to walk.
There it is.
There it is. Base hit, Craig
All
Patterson.
right.
And the crowd goes wild. Boy, he has dressed the part, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
It's like me in golf. I dress like I know how to golf. I don't know how to golf.
I saw a video out there, getting a little off topic here. I saw a video of a crossover.
Oh, I seen that kid.
Grip.
Yeah, his back
And
is out.
I'm like, when I first batted that way, crossover, didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was like, what is going on? No way. And he's crossed over.
Yeah, he pounded the ball too. Craig Patterson off to the races. Stolen base for Craig Patterson. I'd call it defensive indifference. Come on. We're being very generous here on senior night. Tomorrow we'll be more serious. Traveling down to Three Rivers Baseball tomorrow.
Yep. Definitely going to be interesting. I'm hoping for a little bit warmer weather being out in the dugout.
Correct. And it's a short porch there.
Yeah.
At the
What were we
old
saying,
Three River.
240s, I believe?
Yeah, 240s. The signage on the fence is not correct.
Jackson Rosansky at the plate here.
Jake Biscup, one of the seniors, hit his first high school home run there last year.
Yeah.
Right down the right center field.
Big scores last year. I know
Yes,
the one
a
was
lot
a
of score.
23-1
Yes.
win and a 8-2 the next day. Felt a little weird.
We were trying to do a back-to-back doubleheader, I
Yeah.
believe, but I don't think they were up for it. They came up here instead, and we did our senior night. And I don't believe we did. See, I thought it was Autism Awareness Day
I believe
last
that
year.
was. Yep. Which we still will have that. So I think the window is still open on the shirts for this year.
Window's still open on the shirts there, Mr. Carcel, on Autism Awareness. I believe it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, you still have time to go ahead and support Autism Awareness. Lawrence County Autism Awareness Foundation, the proceeds go to that. So we were able to raise $1,100 last year, and this year looking to go past that amount. Absolutely.
So that wild pitch there is a walk and also plates the run. So Ellwood now officially up 15-0. So they did hit the mark. So this game could officially end in the next half inning for Sto-Rox. Either way.
Dom Hogue looking for his first hit here.
Yep. Looking to add to it, and they will.
Dead ball, they said it hit his foot, and I don't believe
Wow,
it did,
that,
but
that did not.
he's got to go back. Patterson real antsy on the base paths. Wants more RBIs, more runs scored, trying to pad the stats.
Bases loaded again, one out. Carlo Nardone, I think that's the second. I think he started us off.
He
this
did
inning.
start us off. He's gonna start it off again, and Nardone coming up here.
That one goes off the
And
glove.
Patterson not relentless, ruthless. Craig Patterson is ruthless. It is 15-0, and this guy right here is just stealing bases.
Yep.
It is 16 now, correct. Yeah, it is 16-0, and eventually you stop running. You stop running. I think. Yeah, you hit that 15-run mark, and then that'll be it. And Carlo here looking to piece one here. I think he's going to if he gets one. I was really hoping Dom Hogue would get a chance to swing there.
Some contact, something.
I mean, all through his little league career and even the freshman year, speed and bunt, bunt.
One doubt you see him tomorrow.
Oh man, I thought Carlo right there would have been that's a pitch to hack at. But again, they're disciplined. It's tough to pull the trigger when you're in the baseball mind frame. It's not easy to break out of that. Jackson Rosansky chomping at the bit to come home. I mowed my lawn yesterday, and it was freezing, Brad. I'll tell you what.
But you know what? The grass needs it.
It needs it.
My lawn is very, very high right now, and I don't like it, but
Yeah. Right now I'm getting an Amazon delivery I can see here from the press box. Let me tell you about the Amazon guy. The Amazon guy will do one of two things. Either A, leave it outside my gate, or lay it against my garage door like that's where I go into my house. I'm not sure if he notices, but I have wood planks over my windows because my garage door doesn't work. That was a COVID incident. You can ask my wife about why that doesn't work.
so that one was called a strike 3-2. Up high and inside.
Another
for
great
ball
piece
4.
of great at bat by Nardone. You can't blame him. Oh,
boy.
my, here
Oh,
we go.
boy.
Number 15 from the JV squad. That is going to be Gino Barbario coming to the plate. My goodness.
Gino Barbario.
Barb's in for Barb's. A pinch hitter. Barbario for Barbario here. What a senior night moment for those wonderful parents. Chrissy and Matt Barbario, proud parents of both of those young men there. Let's see what he can do here. He's a feisty character. You know who else is feisty? Him and Levi Rape. Levi Rape also about the same size. Excellent, by the way. It was an excellent battle in my basement one evening. You know how the kids are in MMA nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say there may have been a match between those two. I don't have a fight club. You don't talk about Fight Club, Brad. That's the first rule of Fight Club.
Yep.
Oh, get there, Barbs. Oh, and RBI. RBI for Barbario. Oh, my.
19. 19.
I'll tell you what, not bad, though. Not bad. Took that outside pitch. Got a piece of it.
Got the RBI.
You got an
scored a
RBI.
run.
I mean, what are you going to do? Oh, my. Allen Street coming to the plate. Number 26, Allen Street.
26.
I coached Allen Street when he was way smaller than this.
26, Allen Street.
So that's right. I forgot. Pinstripes is 26, normally 19, but
Allen Street pitched. I watched him pitch against Riverside. He has a filthy curveball. It's good to see the JV kids, the future of the Ellwood Wolverine baseball team, coming up here and getting a little taste of varsity action.
yeah, big
He's
opportunity.
going to be a foundation piece there in the bullpen for the Wolverines moving in the future. I believe he's a freshman this year. Junior. What is he? He's a junior. My God.
Yep.
Where the hell have I been?
And your
Sure you can.
in your garage door.
I've
Your
been
garage.
over there
your
in my
garage.
house.
Your MMA.
It's been a long time since I coached him.
Your backdoor MMA.
All the years just really rolling together. You know what I mean? They just ball gets away. Coach Carcel getting a little antsy up here. Get the yips. He wants them to run. It's 17-0. That's why you're not standing in the third base box right now. You know that? That's why you're not down there where Coach Wise is, and that's why you're up here.
Nice brisk.
Oh, good cut by Allen.
38-degree weather. Gotta love it. 2-2 count here. 2 outs. 2 runners on.
I think he's going to get a piece of one.
I think so.
Who do we got on deck? Who's number? Luke, number 14. Who's number 14?
That's Nardone.
Joey
That'd be
Nardone on
Joey
deck.
Nardone, yeah.
Works the count full. Could Nardone come
Oh,
up with
boy.
the bases loaded? Oh, my. I hope so. I want to see some action here. There's no monetary value on this YouTube channel, is there, Brad? I
No.
said hell.
No, you're good.
Okay, good.
You are good. Oh,
Allen
boy,
Street
base
to
hit.
first hit. Oh, he drops the ball. It's going to be an error. And Allen Street almost made the play. That was a nice try.
That was a good try.
By number 23 there on the glove fit. Looked like Bartolo Colon on the glove flip. That was close. That almost happened. I think Bartolo Colon went the behind the back toss.
I believe
And
so.
I want to say that was the White Sox pitcher went between his
yeah.
legs. I forget his name.
So I'll make the score 18-0. 2 outs here, and that will bring up Joey Nardone.
Joey Nardone, his third plate appearance of the year, 1 for 2. Base hit his very first varsity at bat. A nice line drive over the shortstop's head. Went the other way. He didn't need to be coached on that. He knew what to do with that outside pitch. First and second here, right? Joey can put a charge into a ball, too, and he can when he gets a hold of one. Another good eye. Runners stay put on the pass ball. Luca Carcel on deck, number 13. So we'll see this freshman squad here. Not Allen Street. Allen Street's a junior.
Again, folks, this is game 1 of this series. Game 2 tomorrow, 4:30 at Sto-Rox. We'll have coverage on Game Changer and the Mevo camera going. 3-0 pitch. Called strike.
Widen the strike zone a little bit here.
Yeah, I kind of want to speed up the pace of play.
Yeah,
here.
you can't blame Joey for not swinging at that one. The ball was a good foot outside, but when you just hug the line there and see if you can find another one. But good piece there. Brother of Carlo there. I mean, you got a couple brothers out there. Another proud moment for Joe and Kelly Nardone.
Yeah.
Watching the boys get out on the field there. Oh, piece one's the center. It has its chance. It's got a problem, and there drops it. Allen Street headed to third.
Good slide, yeah.
Oh, and the kid pushed him off the bag. And he called him out. Oh, my Lord. What just happened? Reminds me of the World Series against the Phillies, and he lifted him off the bag. That's unbelievable.
Oh,
what a way to end the inning.
Did you see that?
Well, we'll go to the top of the third here, folks, with the Wolverines winning 19-0. And we have a chance to end it here in the top half.
Yep, so we'll take a break here, folks. Officially 19-0 as we head to the third inning. Take a time out here on Ellwood City Sports. right, folks, welcome back here. Top of the third inning, last chance opportunity here with the 15-run roll, mercy and roll in effect. Sto-Rox got to score, what is that, 5 officially.
Lot of changes out in the field.
Yeah.
Keller taking a break from behind the plate. Joey Nardone doing the catching duties. Luca Carcel subbing in for Aaron Lake at shortstop. Ground ball, Carlo Nardone taking his time, grabbing the ball. And the easy first out there. Cam Mills still pitching. Gino Barbario in left field. And Craig Patterson in right. And Allen Street in center. Junior Allen Street.
That was Zaire Dupree batted, and that'll bring up the 9th hitter now, and that is Roman Badini, number 18.
Big hack there by Badini, trying to get a piece of one. He's taking his hacks. I'll give him that.
Yep. 0-2 count.
Oh, he wanted that one. No.
Kind of made you wonder whether or not we were going to see Mills with that long layover.
Yeah,
Bottom
that's
second.
tough. You got your arms cold. I would have yanked him, but strikeout.
Yeah.
Swinging.
Big
Badini
strikeout
goes
there.
down.
I want to say that was number 7 on the day. A nice ratio today. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts.
That ups the top 3 pitching strikeout total. Either we've seen a lot from Kennedy against Riverside last game in the strikeouts, and
Yeah. I think that puts Mills at 25, Kennedy at 25, and Lake at 24. So a nice little trio of strikeouts. We were talking about Aaron Lake this season, 24 strikeouts on 46 batters faced.
that's solid.
That is ridiculous numbers.
Over half.
Yeah,
My quick math there.
there you go. Looking to close this one out, and is at the plate now.
Joey looking pretty good behind the dish.
This is Jacomi.
Catching everything, receiving looking pretty good. Looks like a catcher. Oh, don't turn your body. You got to protect the umpire there, young man.
Yeah,
You
took
gotta-
that one low. And
You're the one that's supposed to take the brunt of that baseball there, sir. But ever the baseball player walking out there giving the umpire his time, you got to get a check on him. One caught him pretty good on the inner half of the upper leg there, I
Yeah.
think. Missed his shin guard most likely. Yeah, you seen Joey there turn his body just a little bit, and
Yep.
got to get in front of that one.
It's one of those times where the umpire, you may want to just take a little step behind.
Mm-hmm. 3-0 pitch comes in for a strike.
That one right there as well. So 3-2 count. Last strikeout opportunity
That's
here.
right.
For
I'd love to see Nardone
Jacoby.
give him a curveball here like somebody else did on an immaculate chance. But he doesn't. Strike
So-
3, and that'll be it, folks.
Yep. So that'll be the 8th strikeout of the game, and that will officially end this one, folks. Again, the 15-run roll effect into play after 3 innings. A 19-0 victory for the Wolverines. They will improve to 6-1, 2-1 in section play. Again, tomorrow, another one. We come right back at it, but at Sto-Rox, 4:30 at Sto-Rox at the PNC Park Field down there. And nice little get-together. And I tell you what, folks, it's going to be a lot warmer than today. Solid
Absolutely.
37 degrees when this one finishes. But either way, we move on. And then
Yeah.
we will try. That will be on Game Changer, Stats, and Mevo camera. And then we will try. We're going to reach out to Peters Township. We should be covering the game Friday night, 7 o'clock, under the lights at Peters Township. I want to say that was Joe May's baseball field down there at Peters Township. Once again, for Ellwood City Sports, Brad Windhorse, Keith Keller. Final score one more time, 19-0 on senior night. The Wolverines victorious will leave it there, and we'll talk to you guys later tomorrow. Good night, folks. Wolverines 19-0.